Hey everybody, this is Unit 5 Formative 2, Day 1 notes. We're going to actually be solving quadratics by factoring. Okay, so when we solve a quadratic, first we want to get it to where it's factored, so to what we're used to. So this right here, the two parentheses, okay? And the only difference from this stuff and what you have been doing is now we're going to see it equal to 0. Okay, so we want it in standard form, which means it's equal to 0. When you have it that way, you're going to say both parentheses, so 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, and then you're also going to say that x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so now, since we are trying to solve it, all we're going to do is solve both of these equations. So we're going to subtract 3, which gives me 2x equals negative 3, and divide by 2. So one of your solutions is going to be x equals negative 3 over 2. Your other solution is going to be subtracting 4, so you get x equals negative 4. Okay, so that's what it means when it says solve the quadratic. Okay, but you're not going to be given it like this. You're going to actually have to factor it out like what you did on the last test. Here's our first problem. We have x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0. So again, the only thing different is this equal to 0 part. And since it's in standard form already, meaning it's equal to 0, we can go ahead and factor it. So there's no greatest common factor, so we draw our two parentheses. Again, equal to 0. X times x gives you x squared. We want to find factors of 4 that add up to 5. So 4 and 1 are going to work. So we go plus 1 plus 4. And now we're going to say x plus 1 equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0, and then solve it by subtracting 1. So one of your solutions is negative 1. The other one is going to be negative 4. Remember, these are just solving one or two-step equations. That's all we're doing. And remember, to solve a one or two-step equation, you add or subtract first, and then you divide or multiply. Okay. Here's our next one. We have 3x squared plus 13x equals 0. Okay, we have to look at our two terms here, 13x squared and 13x, and there is a greatest common factor of x, so we're going to pull out an x first. When we do that, we get 3x plus 13 in the parentheses is equal to 0, because x times 3x gives you 3x squared, and x times 13 gives you 13x. Okay, now we're going to solve both things now. So the x on the outside here, we just set equal to 0. So x equals 0, and that's one of your solutions. Okay, the other one, we're going to have 3x plus 13 equals 0. Solve that by subtracting 13. You get 3x equals negative 13. Divide by 3. And so you get x equals negative 13 over 3. And you can simplify that if you want, but I'm okay with you leaving it as an improper fraction like that. So there's your two solutions. Okay, with the problems that you're doing, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but you will get two solutions every single time. Okay, so if you're not getting two solutions, 0 and negative 13 over 3, you did something wrong. You need to go figure out where your other solution should be. Okay. This one here, if you notice, is not equal to 0, so we need to make it that way. In order to make it equal to 0, we need to move the 7x over to this side. Well, to do that, we need to do the opposite operation, so we're going to subtract 7x. When you do that, you can't combine that with any of these because they're not like terms. Okay, this is just an x squared, and no x's. So you leave it as 2x squared minus 7x minus 30 equals 0. Okay, minus 7 because it's a negative 7 here that we subtracted it, and minus 30 because of the minus 30 here. So we just carry the signs. Okay, now same idea, draw your two parentheses because there's no greatest common factor. We have 2x and x. 2 times negative 30 is negative 60. So we want factors of negative 60 that'll add to negative 7. We have 6 and negative 10. We'll add to negative 4. We have 2 and negative 30 will add to negative 28. We have negative 12 and positive 7 will add to 5 will add to negative 7. So we're going to use the plus 5 in the first parentheses, and then 2 times negative 6 gives you the negative 12. So we used 5 and negative 12. Okay? And now we have it factored out, so now we're just going to solve both of them. So 2x plus 5 equals 0. We subtract the 5. We get 2x equals negative 5. And so x is going to equal negative 5 over 2. And then we also have x minus 6 equals 0. So we add 6. So x is going to equal a positive 6. So there's your two answers. Okay, again, I just set both parentheses equal to 0. That's the only thing different about what we're doing here. That and moving the negative 7 over. Okay, and the last one we want to do here. We want to get everything to the left-hand side again. So we have this 3x and negative 2 over on this side, so we have to do the opposite. So first we're going to subtract 3x. That gives me x squared minus 3x equals negative 2. Then we have to add the 2 to move it over. X squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Okay, now we can factor that out. X times x gives you x squared. And then factors of 2 that are going to add to negative 3. We have negative 2 and negative 1 are going to work. So minus 1 minus 2. Set them both equal to 0. X minus 1 equals 0. We're going to add 1. You get x equals a positive 1. And then we have x minus 2 equals 0. Add 2. You're going to get x equals a positive 2. So your two answers are 1 and positive 2. And that is how you factor or solve by factoring. We will see you later. Make sure you took notes and have a good day.